The European Union is facing many challenges. The financial and migration crises, Brexit, the rise of populist and nationalist parties, EU values such as democracy, rule of law and human rights are under threat. The relationships with Russia and the US under President Trump have deteriorated. What will the EU look like in, say, 2040? Will people still respect EU values, or will they be disregarded? Will the EU further integrate or disintegrate? Peace organization PAX identified 4 possible scenarios for the future of Europe. Scenario 1. Paranoid Android. EU values are increasingly disregarded, but the EU continues integrating. The EU focuses on security and stability for its citizens, prioritizing security over civil liberties. This superstate is in full control by means of internal surveillance and strict external border control. It is an inward-looking union, afraid of dangers from the outside world. Scenario 2. United States of Europe. EU values remain, and the EU continues integrating. In order to remain relevant on the global stage, where China and India continue to rise, and to overcome international challenges such as climate change, Europe is a federation of European states. It has its own armed forces, a proper government, and it collects taxes. Externally, the EU prefers a soft power approach and avoids the use of force. Yet, some groups of citizens feel ignored. For them, a federal Europe only serves the elites. Scenario 3. East, West, North, Best. EU values remain, but the EU no longer exists. North-South and East-West disagreements have taken their toll. Europe consists of a number of loose regional networks, of which the North European Union, the NEU, is the most prominent. Through modern technology, European governments have brought decision-making closer to their populations. There is no structural collaboration on foreign, security and defense policy or justice and home affairs. Only NATO remains. Powers such as China and Russia have gained influence. Overall, this European network experiment is fragile. Scenario 4. All against all. EU values are being disregarded, and the EU has continued to disintegrate. The EU and NATO have fallen apart. Growing inequality and poverty have led to polarization, distrust and populism, and structural European cooperation has broken down. States pursue their own short-term security and economic interests. There is social unrest, violent extremism, separatism, and numerous international points of tension and conflicts, leading to war. These alternative futures show that peace, democracy, and rule of law should not be taken for granted. Cooperation in Europe is not just about economic interests. Peace is a right that has to be cherished, continuously strengthened, and jointly protected. Join the debate about the future of Europe. Get active in European networks. See our website for more information. Peace. Are you in?